Hey everyone, welcome back to Addie P's Real Estate Tea, where today I just want to briefly delve into May 2022 market report stats. Now, before I get into the video, if you all would be so kind to hit that big thumbs up button if you like what you hear in this video. Also consider subscribing. And if you subscribe, please hit that bell notification to be notified of future videos on this channel. Also, don't forget to comment and share because sharing is caring, right? And you already know, if you are watching this video from Instagram, drop me a heart and show your girl some love. All right. Now, just as we discussed in the last video, and it seems like it is slowly coming to fruition, we are starting to sense a little cooling in the market now. This is in part, two culprits here are causing that: continued housing price rise in housing prices, and also interest rates rising, which is really kind of kicking some buyers out of the house buying race here. So we definitely have to. We are seeing that happening in a lot of markets here. And real estate is still going strong, don't get me wrong, but from my perspective, what I do see is actually a return to more of a stable housing market. What we saw in 2018, 2019, before the pandemic craziness hit and the housing shortage crisis hit, I'm seeing that we're gonna go back to that time, which that was still a very competitive market, by the way. I know for a fact, as far as I can remember back during those times, even though the buyers didn't have so much pressure, there was still multiple offer situations. There was still some competitive bidding, so it still was a competitive market. It just wasn't as brutal as doggy dog as at the end of 2020 and all 2021 and most part of this year thus far. We are going into our third consecutive month of existing home sales decline. In fact, National Association of Realtors, they reported that 2.4% decline in existing home sales in comparison to April of 2022, so just last month. So definite, or the month prior to that, because we're in June, almost July now. But needless to say, again, going back to my outlook on that, I see that as it's just really an evening out, a market correction, as they call it, more so than anything. I don't really think that we are going to go back to those 2008 horrors of this sharp decline. Now, some economists are predicting that home sales will, or sales being declined and so forth, will continue to soften the market a bit, and therefore causing maybe a little bit of a dip in home sale prices. However, at the foreseeable future, we are not seeing that. In fact, here in the Lehigh Valley, we actually saw that sellers received 104% of their sales price. So that's incredible. That's over 100% of what they were asking. In regard to median sales price, which sellers should continue to be encouraged by these numbers, we saw 16% increase to 290,000. So that's phenomenal. Those are great numbers, and like I said, I really anticipate that we are going to continue to see high prices and unfortunately higher interest rates until something changes from the economic side of things. But as far as right now, that's what we're faced with, and unfortunately it is pricing some buyers out of the market. And now As far as days on market here in the Lehigh Valley, that did increase a bit. It increased by 6.7% to 16 days on the market, which is still great, and inventory continues to remain low. We've discussed that in previous videos, the various reasons as to why inventory continues to remain low. Even though the market is starting to see maybe a little bit more balance and correction, we are starting to see a little bit more inventory pop one. It's still not enough to meet the buyer demand that is there. All right. In fact, in May, here in the Lehigh Valley, there was a report of a 17.9% decline in inventory in comparison to May of 2021. Now, lastly, the Biden administration did recently announce their housing supply action plan. Now, that plan was devised and is being rolled out for to help combat this housing shortage crisis over the next 5 years. The goal is to expand access to housing through legislative action. So we'll have to see more about that. If that's something that you all want to hear more about, please comment below. Let me know, and your girl will dig into it and see what's what. Because I am personally, just video or not, interested to see, the inner workings of this plan and to see how they plan, what legislative action they would put forth to combat that. So I am kind of interested in it. So like I said, let me know if you want to see a video on it. All right. But until, our next video, this is where we stand at with housing. Definitely still a hot market. Not as blazing hot as it was this time last year. That much I will say. I think we are definitely in the beginnings of some market correction, and we'll see maybe some more buying opportunity. Now, depending again on what happens on the economic forefront, will determine how those prices play out, if prices will come down. Do I think that they're going to take a 2008 Great Recession downturn? No, I do not. But then again, I am not an economist. I am just a real estate agent who loves doing YouTube videos talking about real estate. All right. Well, enough of that spiel. Again, don't forget, share this video if you feel it'll help someone, or just share it because you like me. All right. Also, don't forget, hit that thumbs up button if you like what you hear. Subscribe. If you're tapping in from Instagram, tap that heart button. Continue to show your girl some love. And until our next video, you all have a blessed one. Take care.